Hello, friends. Are we live? Hopefully, the incidents leading up were not broadcast. But if you guys can write some messages and let me know, all is well. Oops. You mute yourself up. Oh, we got it downstairs too.
Okay. Oh, you can see. There we go.
Yeah, I see we've got 6 friends on here. We've got Valerie, and we've got Joyce, and I can't see who else. Sorry for my dogs barking. So good. You can hear me loud and clear. No echoing or anything. Hello, Joyce. All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
What is the name of the set?
The gang's
Well, no, this isn't written.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the gang.
I have the sample set. So here is this month's release. It's themed towards Archie, and it's called The Gang's All Here. I know nothing about Archie, I'm going to be honest, but isn't this an adorable set? Hello, Annie. Hello, Julie. Welcome, everyone. Yes, so this is The Gang's All Here stamp set for this month. And we have coordinating dies. None of mine has the pretty Stamp Anything packaging. But what I love about the coordinating dies is not only do you get the outline die, but we now have dies that go with all the words. Let me just see if I can find which one this one goes with. I'm gonna guess, is it this one? Nope. So it's got to be The Gang's All Here. I'm gonna guess. There we go. Yep, I was right the first time. So all of our outline dies, you also get the coordinating dies that cut around our sentiments, which is awesome. So that is the stamp set and outline dies. We also have this adorable stencil. What is this one called, Kev?
Burgers and shakes.
Burgers and shakes. And you obviously have your burgers, your shakes, and then some super fun bunting banners. And I believe Kevin did a video that's on the channel, YouTube channel, where he individually inked up all this, made a really cool background. And then last, but certainly not least, we have is this the varsity jacket? Oh yeah, you got it out. Varsity jacket builder die, which Kevin did a sample of right here.
And there's a video for that.
And there's a video for that. Is it up or coming up?
It's up.
It's up, okay. But Kevin turned his into a card. So that's really cool. My idea originally was to create this using some mixed media, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do some COPIC coloring because it's been a while since I have done some COPIC coloring, but I absolutely love this die. Wouldn't this be awesome to customize? We have the Annie's alphabet. You could create your own team varsity jacket for your kids, your nephews, your nieces, grandkids, any of those. Totally customize it for school or any kind of events. So I love this die. And even just imagine this with the grease grab and go box. You could totally use that for that. And I wonder if you could alter this to make it like the Pink Ladies. That would be fun too. So yeah, this is the varsity builder die, varsity jacket builder die. So all of the goodies this month. If you are in deluxe, or I guess it is the only one stamp club, but you got the stamp set, outline dies, the stencil, and the varsity jacket. So I just love this release. It's so fun. And if you're like me and don't know anything about Archie, you'll still love it. So I was thinking we should color Archie tonight. So I am going to ink him up tonight, and we'll color him. And what I was thinking was doing a memory decks. I started working on my Christmas memory decks. I'm getting ahead, and I would like to just do memory decks for the releases. So I don't know if you guys remember from my Halloween class I did. We have these 2 sets of dies. I believe this was one set, memory deck set 1, and then you had memory decks set 2. I'm thinking of just keeping it simple and using this arched memory decks die, maybe putting Archie on here, and perhaps some of the gel plate backgrounds I created during that previous live would be fun. Just keep it simple, some embellishments, a sentiment. Let's see. Hello, Timothy. How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, and I see we've got Shannon on the live as well. Hello, Shannon. All right, so I'm going to stamp out Archie. And we'll see what sort of bloopers.
Julie's here too.
Yes, I think yes, I had said hello to Julie. Hopefully you're all recuperated from your Florida trip and retreat, Julie. All right, so I am just going to grab my ink, and we will get Archie all inked up. Oh, and I should show you, Kevin did coloring. Now, are these going to be a tutorial, Kev?
Yep, they're all videos.
So Kevin did some coloring of the whole gang. Archie, is that Jughead?
Yep.
And Betty, who's this?
Veronica.
And
Reggie.
So let's see how this stamped. All right, we'll just ink his eye up a little more. Get that darker. It was so fun. And you're ready to go back to Florida, Julie. Do you have a plan when you're going back? It's one of the awesome things about, I can't remember, are you, you're a annual pass holder, right, Julie? I know when we had an annual pass holder, the wonderful year of 2020, and we did get to use it a fair amount. I think we got to use it 5 times before you know what happened. But we have not been a pass holder since, but I loved it. I loved the discounts, and I just loved it. All right, so we've got Archie all inked up. Let's see, where is my, let's see if I can get this. There we go. End of May. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you have a countdown started. Okay, let's just grab a clipboard and let's see if we can angle this so we can see. So I'm going to do my go-to skin combo. Let me just grab that. And I'm sure anyone that's watched our videos 1,000 times knows the combo by now, but it is E04, E11, E21, E00, E000, E000, and R20. Hello, Trey. How are you? Thanks for joining. All right. So let's try this angle and see if this works for everybody being able to see. I wonder if I go.
Oh, Ebony's here too.
Hello, Miss Ebony. Okay, so I'm going to start with my E04 using the very tip of my marker. And I'm just going to go along the hairline where I feel it would be the darkest. And this is my first time playing with any of these images. So I also am going to go around his upper eye. Using just the very tip of my marker. And I find it easier to flick away from myself. So that's why I am turning Archie every which way. And let's do, I think I'm going to do just the top of his nose, like so. And we'll go right under there. And what might as well do his hand as well. And I got to make sure I check the comments. What are the images from? This is from the Gangs All Here stamp set that just came out on Friday. This is our newest release. Oops. Okay. So we did E04. Now I'm going to go to E11. And I am going to go over top of the E04. And I'm just continually going over top until I see, with the E11, until I see the E04 start to meld into my E11. I don't want to keep going until it's completely gone. I just want it to start to blend and soften. So I'm going to go above his eyes. And I'm going to take that line down a little further. This is probably the hardest part right here. Okay. Up with E11 on the ears. I'm going to take that out a bit farther just because that is set back a little bit behind his head. So it'd be a bit farther back, a little bit darker. Oh, hi, Chan. How are you? Oh, thank you. Is it from a TV show? Based off of like the comics is what it's based off of. Thank you. I had to have my nails bird theme because, you know, my obsession with birds now, since I love feeding the birdies in our yard, being as it's winter. And, you know, I think I'm going to go back with my E04 in a second. I'm going to go with E11 just under his schnozola. Okay. And I want to go E04 inside of his mouth. And I think I want to do just a little bit on either side of his smile lines. Yes, Anne says it's a pop culture comic book from the 60s, but they do have a Netflix show that's modern based. That's called Riverdale. I love that, and I did watch that, but I drew it based off of the 60s, is what Anne's saying. So we did E04 inside the mouth. I'm going to go now with the E11. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to E21. The stamps are so adorable. Like I said, I don't know anything really about Archie, but I love these. So E21, is this my bad E21? I think I might have, yes, this one is. This is my gunky E21. I have a better one. At least I hope this is my better one. Yes, it's much better. Yeah, I know. I like that he has teeth too up there. So cute. Okay, so E21. going over top of what I colored, and then taking it out a little bit farther. Doing my best to follow the shape of the image. I'm gonna go all the way down the bottom. And I'm going to go, this is E21, if I haven't said. Okay. Carry down on his little fingers. We're going to go around his eyes, and I am going to close off his eyes. This set would be fun even just for like a graduation. You could totally, I know Timothy is a master of masking. You could turn these guys into like graduation. Use one of our older sets. I can't think of what the name of that one. I know it came out in 2017, but there's a graduation one. Hello, Miss Melissa. How are you? All right, so E21. Now I'm going to go to E00. Thank you again for everyone who's tuning in. It means so much. Thank you for supporting Stamp Anything. And I know this set, if you're thinking of getting it and you aren't in Stamp Club, there is only a handful of them left. I think when I talked to Anne this morning, there was only like 12 or 13 sets left. So if you're wanting to grab this set, do not sit on it. So this is E00 I'm using. Okay. Just softening that upper line, and I'm not worrying if I get it in his hair. Yes, you are back in Ontario. I heard that, Melissa. I'm sure exhausted. I'm going to color in the rest of his fingers. Okay. And let's just go around his eyes here. Okay. Oh, that would be great. Are you going to add like little hats on top, Timothy, to do Christmas cards? I cannot wait to see. Okay, E000 is our next color. Just gonna work it around eyes and nose. And I think just going in some circles. I'm gonna close off what's left on the ears. Then I am aware I haven't colored his nose yet. I'm gonna go in with E000, just right above, kind of in the center of his face, because I want that to be highlight. But I think I want to go in with some E11. Yeah, he does. Anne's saying she loves that he has freckles. I think it's adorable. So I'm going to go in with E11, E21, E00. I know this might seem overkill. And then I'm going to go to E triple. And then E000 to color in the rest. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with some R20 do a little blush, some rosy cheeks, and I'm going to go just in the freckle lines. And then I am going to take the E000 and just soften that out ever so slightly. And I'm going to go back in with the R20 just under his eyes. I'm also going to go along his hairline where there'd be a cast shadow, pretty much where we did that E04, just to emphasize that. And it might look wonky now, but it will look good once his, oh, thanks, water. Once his hair is colored. You love the in the comic book the hashtag marks kind of on the side. Timothy, is that what you're saying? In the comic book, I'm going to go in just around his nose, my upper eyes here. We're going to just darken. So this is R20. Okay. And I think I'm going to just do inside the ears, and then I'm going to go with the E000 just to soften right there. Now his tongue, I am going to just grab some R22, and we'll do R22 and a little bit of E04. Oh, did I say, oh, hello, Jana. Hello, hello, welcome. Okay. Now that is his teeth on the top. I think I want to do some blue. Let's see. Let me just grab, I got to figure out what kind of blue do I want to do. I want to add kind of like a watermark to his eyes. Do I want to do, let's do B4, 2, and 00. Oh, hello, Mom and Dad. Everybody say hello, Ron and Brenda. My parents are watching. And do I have a 00? Okay, let's just add, do I want, I think I want the blue to be at the top. So I'm gonna go B, this is B04. And I'm gonna go to B02. B01. My goodness, we have a nice turnout today. Thank you to everyone who's watching. And B00. And then I'm going to go in with a 0. And I think I actually want to darken the top just a little bit more, which might mean we'll have to go back and then just go to the B01. Just soften either side. And then I'm just going to go in with my 0 marker. And just push up into where we colored. Okay. Now, I'm going to be really nitpicky, and I'm going to add just a little bit of I don't know if this will be dark enough, but I want to, his teeth are white, but I want to create a bit of shadow. So I'm going to just, using C3, and just add ever so slight, I don't know if you can see that, it just makes it, adds that bit of just make it look so flat, and uncolored. Okay, so now one of my favorite things to do is to color ginger hair. Gingers might scare me, but I do love to color a ginger with Copics. So my go-to is always E18, E19, YR27, YR24, if I can find it. And I like to do, I think it is Y15. It's been a while. Where is my Y? There we go. Yes, my zero marker Ann is completely dried up, and dried up like you know, and the only Ohuhu marker that works, it's a zero, is Ohuhu. So you love ginger hair? All right. So I am going to go in the order of coloring. I'm going to go E18, E19, YR27, YR24, and Y15. Okay. He's got some fun hair. And has this angle been working for everybody, for being able to see how I color? Let me know. Okay, so E18, my darkest color. I'm just going to start by drawing my flicks, and I want them to be all different lengths. And I know I say it in all my lives, but I imagine like I'm coloring little blades of grass. Yes, Kevin loves gingers. Funny story, I forget what year it was. I think it was 2017. I had what was it? What kind of, it was like rose gold. Kevin dyed my hair rose gold, the year that everything was rose gold. And I didn't want to have rose gold hair anymore. So I think he was turning me back to my natural kind of color, but it ended up going like red, like I was a ginger. So I had to go around like that for a couple of days because, of course, I always got my hair done after work, and it was at home, and Kevin didn't have all this stuff, and everything was closed. So I was a ginger for a day. I kind of look like that AJ guy from Riverdale. This angle is much better. Good. I'm glad. Okay. So we're just going to focus on this top little bouffant part of his hair. So that was E18. Now I'm going to go to E19. Same thing. We're just going to carry this out a little farther with my flicks. And I'm just flicking towards the center of my image. Okay. So E18, E19. Now we're going to go to YR27. We're just kind of slowly working our way towards the center of his hair. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Which is everybody's favorite image from this month's release. So this is YR27. Now we're going to go to YR24. And with this one, I'm going to start to bridge the gap, leaving just little bits of white. So for example, I'm just doing that. So we have these little things. And I know some people like to leave that. Okay. And now with the Y15, so that was YR24. Now with Y15, I'm going to just go over and fill everything in. And then we've got a juicy ginger. Okay, so let's do the sides of his hair. And if you wanted, and if this wasn't alive, I'd probably go over this one more time. But I also don't want this live to be 10 hours long. So E18. Okay, so I'm just going down. I think Archie is my favorite as well. I think it's the freckles. It's kind of cute. He just looks so well. They all look happy on the set, but it's he's definitely the happiest because he's got like open mouth. Look at that. He's the only one. I know. What's her name? I don't know. But these two have the open mouth. The others just have the cute little smiley face. He's got a bit of a side smile. Okay, so E18. Now we're going to go to E19. Same thing. We're just slowly working our way down. 18, 19, 20, YR27. YR24. And then Y15. There we go. Oh, we got his eyebrows. He's got kind of albino eyebrows right now. So E18. And I think I'm gonna go, let's just see what it looks like. If I just do the darkest from the inside edges. Let's see, E18, E19. You know what I should have done is gone up this way instead of down. I should have gone up, but we'll just go with this for now. E18, E19, where's my YR27? Ebony, I love Archie, but I really like the varsity jacket too. I can't wait to see what you do with that, Ebony. So YR27. And YR24. And Y15. Okay. There we go. Okay. And I want to color right now because it's driving me a little nuts. Let me just see if I can find a white gel pen that works. I want to put the highlights in his eyes. Okay. I'm just going to go one right here. Do I want to yeah, we'll do a bigger one. Yeah, I kind of like that. So again, I'll do a bigger dot and then one kind of in the blue. There we go. I love it. Okay. And just because I'm going to grab a blue pencil and just darken at the very top, like so, just to, okay. Timothy, another home run release, Annie. And Joyce says, I totally agree. All right. So let's go with, let's color his varsity jacket. And should we go, is there a color? Should I just stick with blue? If anyone can quickly comment what color they'd like his varsity jacket to be. In the meantime, I'm going to color his shoes, which to me they look like Converse. I don't know if that's is what they are or not, but I'm going to go with it. As you know me, I love my shoes. Just going to put some markers. Thank you, Ebony. So yeah, let's color his shoes in red. So I'm going to go, I'll go 35. Let's go this other way. Where's all my markers? 32. And we'll grab 39 if I can find it. I know it's a lot of coloring for some shoes, but I'm going to do a base of our 32. And blue or orange jacket. So maybe we'll do blue to tie in with his eyes. So R39. Okay, and R37. This is probably way overkill, but. And I am kind of breaking the rules here. I usually don't recommend coloring your reds right away because they have a tendency to pull when you're doing your other coloring. But I'm going to live on the wild side here. So I'm just blending all these in. Okay, so let's go with a blue jacket. I'm going to go with the 90s, the B90s, because they tend to be a little more grayed out, which I think would still make his eyes pop. They're a little less desaturated. They're more saturated, and this is desaturated than the 90s. So B99, 97. Let's see if I can find my B95. There we go. So we've got 99, 97, 95. Oh, we've got two 93s. Apparently I have two. And then we'll grab B91 just in case. Ebony's wanting orange and green. Shoes are my favorite, and I never would deny that. Okay, so we'll do, we'll start with his center of his shirt. And I am going to go with B99. And I'm just leaving a little bit of white space down there, almost like it's puckering his shirt. Then I'm going to go to B97. And I'm going to do the same kind of around his collar. Oh yeah, I like that we did the blue for his shirt. Makes those eyes pop. And then we're going to go to B95. thing, just baby stepping our way down our colors, working on a blend along the way. Okay. And we're going to go to 9-3. And I think 9-3 is going to be my lightest color on this part of his shirt. And we're just going to backtrack into those other colors, help them all meld and blend. We'll go over the area where we left at the bottom. And I'm going to go back to 9-5, just on the edges here. And actually, I don't like right here. Just softening that. Okay, and then 9-3, B9-3. Sometimes it's a bit of a dance with the markers to get that blend that you want. Okay, and then we'll go in with, so our darkest color on the center was the B99. I'm going to set that one aside, and my darkest color is going to be the B97. And I'm just going to do the very tips. So I want to create some folds in the jacket. So that was B97. Now I'm going to go to B95. Okay, and I created that little elbow on there. So then B93, slowly working our way. Okay, and then B91. And we'll color in the rest. And let's do his inner shirt here as with B97. Okay, and let's create the, let's do the bottom part of his blazery jacket thing. I'm going to add a little bit of B97 here and on the cuffs as well. And then B95. Oh, we're going to be done coloring him in no time. These are quick colors. Okay. Then we're going to go to 9-3. And 9-1. I'm going to just push my colors back now. Okay. And then I'm going to do some, I'm just going to color this in with 9-1, and I'll go at the top, create some shadow. Oh my gosh, Kevin, yes. Talking about Kelly shoes. We don't talk about Kelly shoes. We don't talk about Kelly. I had tickets to see Kelly. It was Margaret Cho and I can't think of what the actor that plays the character Kelly. If you guys know, you know. But anyway, it was the day of the show. I was supposed to see it, and Margaret Cho had to cancel. So I never did get to see Kelly live. Timothy is saying he loves the way the dyes cut out the sentiments. Me too. Okay, so we'll do in the center the R. Let's do it in, I'm just going to randomly pick. Let's do the YR23 and we'll go 13. I'm just going to go with these colors for the R, 17, 13, and 3, all Ys. So I'm going to do a base coat of Y11. We'll do some Y17, some Y13, just to soften, and we'll go over with some Y11. Okay. What is this? What is this? What reveal can be now? We will let Stephen tell you the theme. For what? For what? Oh, do people want to know the theme for the Canadian retreat? If you do, you have to let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's do his tie. Let's stick with kind of the grayish blue tones. Yeah, if you guys want to know, Anne saying make Stephen spill the tea. If you guys want the tea for what the Canadian retreat is in June of next year, let me know in the comments. I'm just going to go with W5. And then I'm going to go with some W7 as well. So the theme for the Canadian retreat is going to be announced after these messages. No, just kidding. So the theme of the Canadian retreat is going to be Scooby-Doo. And Anne has, yes, there has been a Scooby-Doo Color University class. When was that? In 2018. But this is going to be the new style that Annie has been drawing in. And she has started coloring or started drawing a couple of the characters, and they are so different from what you have seen with the other Scooby-Doo. It's like this style. So if you have liked Archie, if you have liked the Ghostbusters, those characters, you're gonna love, love, love Scooby-Doo. The images are super adorable, and it's gonna be fun. Now I don't know when it's gonna be going up for sale. Maybe Kevin can comment and let us know when the Canadian treat is going up for sale for deposits. I do not know that yet. But again, adorable. I wish I could show you some of the images, but it's adorable. So hopefully everybody's happy. All right, so let's give them some kind of khaki-ish pants. I'm gonna go with or would green, kind of a greeny khaki would look kind of nice, wouldn't it? Let's go with some YGs. Oh, it's gonna okay, so the Canadian retreat deposits are going to go up on Friday. Yeah, I have seen Shaggy, and I can't remember if I've seen another image, but it is adorable, freaking adorable. Yeah, so this is going to be kind of like we did. This is the third Canadian retreat. And I think obviously the last one was themed to A Christmas Carol. And our first one was just kind of Canadiana themed. But yeah, this one is going to be Scooby-Doo. I need YG95. Where did you go? YG95. Okay. Tiana, you need to come to Canada, please. How am I ever going to see you? Okay, YG99. So I'm going to create his knees. So YG99. Okay. And then we're going to go YG97. Ebony, are you coming? I hope so. Can't be hyperventilating. You got to come and see me. You're another one. I need to see Ebony. We could have we can like craft together instead of virtually. Okay. Yes, I understand, Julie. Okay. YG97. YG95. And you could totally have fun with this too. I know I've shown in the past using the denim technique, using denim and colorless blender. You could totally do that with his pants and create that kind of green khaki denim. I'm just kind of working on blending this, going over and over and over. Okay, then YG93. And this kind of gives a different cast to everything. So just going over everything. First, I'm leaving those knees till last. And then once I have everything kind of how I want it, we'll color in those knees. And I'm going to go back with I'm going to use the chisel tip of YG95, the brush tip of YG93, brush tip to chisel tip, and we're going to get a blend between the two. Just working on blending that out. I think I'm going to go in just just playing back and forth. Make sure you put the right caps on the right markers. Then I'm going to go in with my YG97, my second darkest. Create a cast shadow. Just a few little knee marks. And then the cuffs, I'm going to go in with. Okay. All right. Ebony says, now I'm reevaluating my whole life plans. Is this for the retreat, Ebony? Thank you, Valerie. He is super cute. What did, sorry, I'm missing. Thank you, Julie. Thank you very much. All right, so let's do the gray on his, well, not the gray, the white on his shoes. So I am going to use a little bit of C3. And I am going to come from this side, that side. And then I'm going to grab some C5. Just along the bottom. And let's do some C3. I forgot his laces. Same thing. I'm not even going to blend these out. Oh, you're kidding. I can't not. I'm going to take the 0 marker and just tap it. And when that dries, it'll have just softened that edge. Thank you, Melissa. Kevin says we'll put up a luxury yurt or geodesic dome in our backyard for extra space. All right. So my last thing I'm going to do is just add, using some white colored pencil, we'll just add some highlights on the knees. Let's go down the sides. Same thing here. Okay, just add a little bit more highlight where I would feel like it's missing. Okay. We'll do the ears. There we go. So I am happy with that. So we've got our adorable Archie all colored. Doesn't he look sweet? And I love just adding those little white dots totally gives so much life to the eyes. So let's die cut him out. But I'm trying to be good here. I spent the afternoon cleaning the office / craft room because it was in a state. I had a crafty friend over. When was that? When was that, Joyce? Yeah, no cleaning took place, and there was a folding table in the center of this room, and it was just a general mess. So I needed to fix that. All right, let me grab where did I put the outline dies? Let's cut out Archie. What is the white colored pencil? The white colored pencil is by Faber-Castell Polychromos. It's just in white color 101. But I like Faber-Castell. Yes. September is when we had our crafty thing. So 2 months ago, practically, and I hadn't cleaned. That's not him. Let's see if I can find Sir Archie. Sorry for constantly bumping. There we go. There's Archie's outline. And maybe before I die cut, so we can kind of do we can cut out the sentiment as well. I am going to pick, what should we do? Totally Nifty for you. Oh, gee, you're swell. Oh, gee whiz. What is a sentiment we can use for this? So let me know in the comments while I am just gonna tape this down. Yeah, I did a big clean today. Get this semi-even. It's got to go up a bit. Oops. There, that's good. Okay. And maybe I'll just run it through the die cut. I won't wait. This is one of my favorite parts. I love die cutting. There's just nothing more satisfying than that nice rolled edge of a die cut. So juicy, so yummy. Okay. Thank you, Timothy. Did we decide on a sentiment? Anyone? Kev, what sentiment should I use? What sentiment should I use? G or swell? Okay. Oh, I didn't see. It's not, I don't know if all the comments are showing up. Okay. Okay, so let's put this in. We'll back up a bit. There we go. Okay. And we'll just, since I don't know the color scheme of my memory decks yet, I'm just going to go with good old black. Where did my black go here? Okay. I'm going to just use the VersaFine that always stamps crispy. Where is all? I keep losing all my stuff. How do I do this? Oh, here, it's right. Wonderbar. Okay. Let's clean that off. Put it back. Now, my dies are not in the beautiful packaging like you guys will get. So let's see if I can figure out which die will cut out the sentiment. Sorry, this is probably the boring part for you all. Okay, so I don't think. Oh, I literally picked the first one, and I got it right. That's amazing. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you how awesome. Okay, so let's get this run through the die cut machine. I love this font too that is on this set. It is just perfect. Okay, I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. That was a lucky break. Yeah. Okay, so you can see what it does. perfectly. Isn't that just perfect? So cute. All right. So I said I wanted to do a memory dex. So I'm thinking something like that. I want to use one of my gel print backgrounds. So I think with this, perhaps let's do a craft. I think that would look really cool. So we'll do a craft memory dex, and I'm just going to cut that out. The font, Anne says Action Man. It's a comic font. Anne has like 3,000 fonts. Anne is literally a font snob. She is very picky with fonts, and I think rightfully so, because a font totally makes or breaks any piece of art. And I always leave it to Anne to find the right font. So I'm going to run that die cut through my die cutting machine. And I believe this is the Memory Dex 1 set, which came with this piece, which you can turn any, like if you make a card front or a card that somebody gives you, you can die cut this out, fold it in half, put it on the card, and put it in your memory dex, or just turn anything into a memory dex, any shape. But I love this classic shape, and I want to use one of my gel print backgrounds. And I'm thinking, ooh, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Let's just see if we can find something else that would look cool. Some of these are from the mixed media class. Ooh, maybe this one. Oh gosh, you're gonna have to let me know, friends. I'm just gonna pull one more if I can find one more, and then we can decide. You guys will have to be quick draw McGraws on the comments which one you like. I don't know if I can find maybe this one. Okay. All right. So let me know. I'm gonna have a little bit of this showing. The bottom's gonna show, and then there'll be a little border along the top. So let me know. Do we want red? Do we want this funky blue, yellow, orange, green? So option 1, option 2, or option 3? Let me know. So 1, 2, or 3. I have my favorite pick. Hey, you can't do that, Joyce. That's cheating. You gotta pick cast your vote. Option 2. Everybody's saying option 2. I think we'll go with that. The option 2. Kevin's saying option 3. Well, you know what? Why don't we audition? Okay, everybody's saying 2, so we're gonna go for 2. So I am going to show you how I can, using this die, how I can create a inlay in this. So I am just going to kind of love this juicy piece. So I want that to be on the side where I'm going to see it. So I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. Okay. So we have this piece. I know I want to cut the bottom off about 1/8 of an inch above these little nuggets, whatever they're called, notches. So I'm gonna put that in my trimmer and chop. So that's how much I cut off, and you could totally save this. Put this with this die cut because you could layer this on another one. Just say you have like a plain piece of paper, and you could just use this as the bottom of it. So I'm going to save that piece because that's gorgeous. Let's see. And then I'm going to take actually, I'm going to take a little bit more off of this bottom piece because I need it to be equally. So I'm going to take about 1/8 of an inch off. And then I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off each side. Flip it this way. And let's see if I did this right. There we go. I am quite happy with that. Perfect. Very happy. Okay. So let's glue this down. Okay. So we are going to glue my gel print background. And if you want to see how I do my gel print backgrounds, go back in my lives. I did a Halloween mixed media series, and I show the gist of it in there. And I love liquid glue because it gives me time to make sure everything is straight. And if it really, because you are going to see a little bit of this behind, if that really annoys you, you could die cut out just another piece of white, which, you know, I might do that if I can find my Archie, and I will show you what I mean. Where did my Archie go? I'm going to die cut out one more plain Archie, and I'm going to cut out one more of the memory decks to make this, because I'm using a fairly thin cardstock here. So I'm going to cut those out. And you know what? I might cut out Archie out of instead of white, I'm going to cut him out of this craft cardstock. So it's the same from behind. We'll do that. Just thinking as we go here. All right. Oh, hello, Susan. So we've got a craft die cut of Sir Archie. Let's put that die away. And then we have another craft. And I'm thinking of putting, because this is mirrored, I'm just going to put this right on the back, because this is my pet peeve with my die cutting machine. It puts all like the indents from the plate on. So I am going to glue that, but I think I might be out of glue. I think I am. No. Where is, you know what? Maybe it's multi-matte medium. Has this got anything in it? Oh, geez, Louise. Normally wouldn't use this because it doesn't dry super fast, for me anyway. There we go. So this is also making my memory decks a little thicker. Okay. All right, and then I am going to apply my Archie to the back. And the reason why I did craft is because from behind here, it's going to match. Kevin probably used all my glue. You're right, Jana. When anything goes wrong in here, we always have to blame Kevin. And I won't tell you what I discovered today when I was cleaning up the craft room, something that Kevin didn't tell me he did. So I'm just going to, and then what I like to do for when the glue kind of oozes out in areas I can't reach with my fingers, I'm just going to use my handy dandy pokey tool. And then I'm going to, on the back, I'm going to show you what you could do with this piece. You could totally glue this down here. That's what I'm going to do. And we can journal on the back if you want. I am so into memory decks. It is like my thing. It's been my thing for most of this year. That I love the craft with him, Julie. I am. Okay, see what you can do. So there's no scraps. So on the front, we've got, this is the thing though with the multimedia matte glue, it does not dry fast. So it has a bit more time to dry, which I don't necessarily love. So we can put our Archie here. That I feel like it is needing a little something. Maybe some, you know what you could totally do? You could put this down here. We have some room if you wanted to put in a little picture of somebody, a note, tack it on. So I'm going to put my Archie there. And I'm going to use foam tape. Yes, thank you, Susan. Give me a like and a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the Stamp Anything YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. What's this voice of an angel? Oh yeah, we don't want Kevin to be singing. Kevin and Annie have voices of an angel. Okay, so I'm gonna pop him up like that. And we're gonna glue this like so.
I'm here to check the likes. I don't see them. I know what's happening.
So we're gonna pop Archie right about, I don't wanna see, let's hope that shoot. Here, we're going to cut some of this off. There we go. There we are. And let's get our sentiment on. Okay.
Oh, I see 7 likes, but there's more than 7 people in here.
People, you better like this video.
21 people watching right now.
Yeah.
And only 7 likes, and now 8, and that was me.
If you guys don't like this video, it means you just don't like me. Is that what you want? Are you wanting to hurt my feelings? Okay. So I'm going to just remove the backing. Do I want to maybe pop that? Do I want it? Ooh, I kind of like it if it would be. I'm going to add a little bit more dimension on your swell. So I'll put a bit here. So this is going to be double layer. Oh, we're putting. How did the comments get up on the screen?
I should show them.
What is this? I'm missing all these comments. It's Kevin's fault. Yep.
You know what? I don't even have to be in the country anymore, and it's still my fault.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so we're going to pop this right here. I want it. Yeah. I want to hide that gorgeous knee that we. Oh no, it's got to be. It's got to be right about here. Okay, and then to finish this off, I'm wondering if we do a few little shakety shakes for Ebony. Okay, and where is my? Okay, I can't find my. Kevin probably stole it.
Wait, what did I see?
I'm trying to find my my thing that shows where, or that I can pick up my picky uppy tool.
You want my picky uppy?
Yeah, can I? I can't. I don't know where mine is. I need a picky uppy tool. Oh, I found it. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll go with silver. Just because it needs, this is super clean and simple. And it needs.
I don't know how that happened.
What?
How is Anne's comment on the screen?
Okay, so I'm thinking this one isn't big enough. We'll go with that. There we go. So I'm thinking just these adorables. I want to create a visual triangle.
Oh, someone scanned the QR code.
Thank you to whoever scanned the QR code. Okay, I'm going to go with that. I think that's good. So we're going to glue these suckers down. Oops, this is not a glue I would normally use for this. But what's nice about it is it does dry nice and clear.
I'm gonna put up the Memory deck.
Okay, yes. Kevin is putting up the memory decks. There it is. That's memory decks die with pocket. Now, do you have the other one? Oh, and it's on sale right now. There, that's the one we used today, Memory Decks Arch. It's on sale for $19.99. And there we go. So we have our lovely Memory Decks card featuring, is it the Gangs All Here?
Yes.
The Gangs All Here stamp set. Mixed media gel plate background. This is what's fun when you just create all those backgrounds. They always come in handy. And then on the back, we use that cutoff piece. We have a space to journal, put photos, whatever we want on there. So yeah, and you know what I think this needs? A little bit of ink blending. Maybe I'll quickly do that. Just a little bit of some vintage photo. I think that will finish this off. It's a little bit too clean. Yes, this is just what that needed.
Now we're at 15.
Thank you to everybody who liked. Okay, there, I'm happier with that. Could even do a little bit of black soot if you want, but I like this. So our colored image, the sentiment, just nice and simple, a few dots, some journal space. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's little creation. I'm gonna pop it in my memory decks box. Let's just get this in. There we go. We've got Arch in there with all my other creations. Oh, look, there's Ebony. There we go. All done. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. We did this in under an hour and a half, friends. And yeah, please like the Stampy Anything YouTube channel. Share this video. Tell your friends to join in the fun. I hope you guys all have a good rest of the night and a wonderful